Hey everyone, Will McReynolds from KP9 Interactive, creator of WorldCAST. You've watched many of my videos over the years, and I've shown you how to make augmented reality experiences using WorldCAST. For many years, I created experiences with other companies as a creator myself, and one of the things I wanted to talk about was, again, I said I've shown you how to create experiences, but let's talk about how you can make some money doing it as well if you're looking to sell AR. There's a lot of things I see people out there doing, and sometimes people just try to sell AR for the sake of selling AR. Their idea they might try to push on somebody else. One of the things we found the best traction on, still to this day, even after a decade, is still interactive print. So one of the tricks we found with interactive print was to always ensure that there's a call to action so that the traditional part of it stays relevant to those who aren't going to use the AR that would be on there, right? As that extra layer. There's going to be people that just don't do it. So make sure that the marketing piece has the traditional content so you can bridge the digital with that traditional. For example, and people ask all the time, well, what actually makes sense in AR land? There's a lot of it that still doesn't make sense out there. It's going to be you guys that figure it out, the creators. Somebody out there is going to find one thing for a client that's going to work really well. I'm just here to help steer the ship to show you some of the things that we know work 100%. Maybe a call to action. For example, this particular flyer, you can see that it has scan here to see your secret destination. But this could be a poster outside the ad agency already. So you already know the destination because you're standing there. Maybe you're closed, maybe you're in a lineup, maybe you're standing outside it in the hallway in a mall, who knows. But if you are, or it's a bus stop, there's a number, your YouTube channel, it can be whatever relevant information needs to be on there, but you've given a call to action that they might want to scan that QR code. And if they scan that QR code, of course, it's going to come up with the content as you would expect that was designed. So in this case, we'll scan the QR code. It will open up the content. And in this case, it's just a simple MP4 with a few buttons around the content that can display the information and that can access those social channels. Once it loads, it lets the user know what to do. So all I have to do is just aim at the thing that's in front of them, and it's going to come to life with that extra content. In this case, we have it so the destination was Singapore is the destination, and now we have the social, and we have a book now button. Calls to action on that. Another example would be a simple birthday card that you might be able to create yourself. Again, this isn't something that you are necessarily, maybe you're creating them for you, or maybe you're making a business selling the creation of interactive designs. So this would be an example of a birthday card. Again, QR code, people understand that, and they would simply scan the QR code. Let's just back out and, in fact, we'll just scan the image instead. Like our system, you can also scan the image itself, so we're just going to do that to save time. So in this case, somebody would have scanned the QR code, got the same call to action to line up with the card. In this case, we're just going to look at the actual card and have it come to life with sound, audio, and of course, a call to action. A lot of people place content on AR stuff and they don't put any calls to action. They just put the content, like maybe a dancing animal or something. In this case, if I tapped that RSVP, it would go through to where you want. In this case, I just made a form that just to illustrate that. You can make that a Google Doc, you can make that your email address, whatever you want. The main thing here is, if you're going to create a service with AR, try and find a utility for it, trying to find a way that makes sense to sell it so that you're not just selling it for the fact of you're just placing content. What does it mean? What's in it for me to want to add it to my marketing? What's in it for me to want to use that at all? If you can address those questions and give solutions to things that can help, for example, if you're selling the travel agents, for example, you can let them know you already have the marketing there in front of you. You already have QR codes. Instead of going to a site, maybe disrupt them a little bit more. People say all the time, well, if I go scan a QR code, what's the sense of having AR on the print? Because I can just go to a website. Absolutely you could. But the thing with a website is, you might have to scroll and look for information that you want. With AR, the information can be presented right there, like a disruptive landing page with the exact content, but it's going to be locked in a more memorable, disruptive, engaging way. We're spatial creatures. We love spatial stuff. When you can engage with something, it's more memorable. It's going to leave an impact, and that's what we found over the last decade of using AR on print, as much as some wonder why it's even done at all. But if you're doing it, you know why it's done. Anyway, I can't wait to see what you create. Keep on doing it. And I just experiment. Dip your toes in the water of possibility.